Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Anna, mic check, check check, checkity check, mic check, 1 2. Check my stream and my lag. What that lag hitting on? Mic check, 1 2. Keygroups. Program edit / keygroups. Let's get it. Give me a second. Let me check this lag function. Check. Check my stream and my lag. Okay, looks like that's a good 15 seconds. Whatever. It's cool. Alright, so guys and girls, I'm back for another banging tutorial. I'm gonna be going over key groups real quick. Again, I just started this playlist for the workflow, and this will be like my final series on MPC essentials. Like I'm just at this point I'm shooting a dead horse, but before I fully cross over to MPC Studio 2.0, I'm gonna just give you guys a bunch of tools, and then boom boom boom, that's it. So yeah, shout out to everybody who just logged on. I am live right now, so yeah. Key groups, where to start? I guess I should start at the beginning, right? There is no beginning. It's the song that never ends. It goes on and on, my friend. Anyways, let me stop joking around. Some of y'all like the joke, some of y'all don't. I could care less though. Those who don't. Those who do is cool. Alright, so if y'all have any questions about key groups in the chat box, if I know it, I will answer it. If I don't know it, then I'm gonna just say I don't know. I don't have a problem saying I don't know, because I don't know everything about making beats. Alright, so program edit function will be key, pun intended, for you in this particular tutorial. And so in key grouping, so watch my other video in the workflow playlist that deals with the program edit function. So what is a freaking key group? A key group is a group of keys. No, I'm gonna stop playing. I'm just in a silly mode. I'm sorry. Key group is a function inside of MPC Essentials where you can take a sample and you can lay it across the pads. It's really intuitive, because when you look at, let me change to the key group program. Okay, when you look at your programs, right, in the middle of the screen here, where my mouse is, when you look at this program section, right now we have a pad program. Excuse me. And so what we need to do is change the current setting from pad program to key group, and the way that you do that is you go here in the middle where the sequencer section is, and then where it says velocity for the particular program, and the mute and the solo, right below that you have don't mute that. Right below that you have the type. And so just like in my other videos where I explain how you load plugins, you would change this to key group. Now program 2 is key group. I'm going to go ahead and select that, and let's see here. I'm going to rename this something wild, like bending 808. Bendig? No, bending. I can't spell right now. Alright, bended. Bending. Okay, I really can't spell right now. Bending 808. Alright, so we're going to bend this 808 real quick. Shout out to Hellfire over there at Machine Masters. I actually watched one of his tutorials and got like really quickly educated on key groups. I'm gonna implement what I learned from him and then show you guys a couple other techniques. All right, cool. So now that we have a key group setting, what do we do? What the heck's going on here? How does this affect what's going on? So if you look at the workspace area, there's a change. Again, watch the workspace video. If you're at this point and you haven't watched the workspace video, go watch that. So when I click on program, you'll notice that it has the pad setting here, right? But when I change it to the key group setting, double click the bending 808, it changes the workspace into keys. And so all of this is area for MIDI information to be written. It also changes to keys when you are using a VST. So keep that in mind. All right, so what do we do at this point now? We have our key group setting. We renamed it bending 808. Now we need to I'm gonna go into Project Think. I'm gonna go ahead and make this 8 bars. Again, watch the workspace video, the workspace workflow video. All right, so that's 8 bars, right? Bada bing, bada bip. Now I'm going to go into the browser and I'm going to find an 808. I think I'm going to use a Young Chop 808 sample. So I'm going to change my browser to the folder view. Watch the browser video in the workflow. I'll go to my sample pack shortcut and I'm going to open up my Young Chop 808s and I'm going to find something dope. Let's use that guy. So I'm gonna just double click him and load him up into the sample bin. I don't want to put him onto a pad yet. Now we have a sample, right? What are we gonna do with this here sample? Well, let's go to the program edit section. Let me close my browser just to give myself a little bit more real estate. All right, then I'm gonna go to the program edit. Again, watch the program edit video. Alright, so the program edit section has changed from pads to keys. Alright, let me show you the retrospective view before I get started. So if I click on the drum pattern setting, this is what the program edit section looks like. But when I change it to the key group setting, actually, let me do that from the top of the screen so you guys can see inside. Okay, in program edit, follow my mouse up top. I don't want to go to program 1. I want to go to key group bending 808. And so it changes to a key group program edit. So I'm going to do something really simple. Of course, for key group, I have 4 layers that I could put samples in. But I just want one. I just want this one 808 sample. So I could either drag this onto pad 1 or I can just slide it into layer 1. Boom. So now my 808's in there, but it's a mess because when I hit the pads, it doesn't play all the way through. So what's important right now is to go into the master mode, click on mono, and then go down to the sample play mode and put it into one shot. So now that I have one shot, I can now then start to run the sample or the 808 sample through the filters and the amps and all of those things. But when it's on one shot mode, it is limited. Okay, so now we got one shot mode. Let me kick that 808 off. Ooh, sounds nice. So we can now begin to play a melody, and the 808 will choke itself. Okay, now this is how you create a key group. Let's play around with our tempo. Let's take this up to 132. All right, give us a nice little trappy tempo, and I'm just gonna let that loop for a little while. I just want to hear the metronome. Yeah, I'll play something simple like that. Okay, I'll stop that, click overdub, and give myself a count in. Okay, I'm gonna turn my overdub off, and I'm gonna turn my metronome off. Okay, so now we have this whack bass line, but it works. So now one of the functions you can use, which I went over in the program edit section, is let's just say I want to throw another filter on top of this bass. Let's say I want to put a band pass on it, and let's take some of that cutoff off. Let's bring the resolution up. It's a lot of low end, right? You know what, let's put a nice little high pass filter on it then. We're going a little heavy on the distortion, ain't we? Okay, so basically what I'm going to do at this point is bring my level down just a little bit. Okay, cool. So now with the filtering, I'm going to put a little bit more attack on that. To increase the envelope. Actually, you know what? Let me stop tweaking, because I'm in tweak mode. I'm supposed to be in tutorial mode. Give me a second. you guys how to bend this 808 before I show you the other techniques. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is make sure that our pitch is turned up at least, oh no, that's the envelope, I'm sorry. The controller modulator pitch bend should be turned up at least 20%. I'm gonna give it 100 just so you know what it sounds like. So as I'm tweaking the knob, pause, you can hear the bending of the 808. And so with my automation on, if I turn my resolution, again, watch the program edit video, turn my resolution off and I record, I can then overdub my automation. Okay, so I'm going to stop that. Now, as you can see in the workspace here, I have my automation written. I can also go in here with my pencil tool and I can rewrite some things. So that's basically the most simple way to bend your 808s in a key group. Okay, let me show you guys a couple more techniques. I'm going to erase these, start with a new one, don't save. Okay. New key group. Make sure I have that highlighted. And I'm going to go to my browser and I'm going to go somewhere, anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna load this piano sample and then I'm gonna go to my sample editor and then I'm going to isolate that first chord. That might be a little too harsh. Let's see what else. So I'm going to isolate these two notes playing on top of each other. And I'm going to go back to my key grouping. I'm going to go back to my sample edit section. to put this piano there. One shot. Okay, so I've created a sample from that particular melody, and so now what I'm going to do is create a grouping. So in this particular grouping, I want this sample to play from C1 to C2. So we're going to scroll to C2. And hopefully you guys can, hopefully I'm not moving too quickly. Okay, C1 to C2. So now we've created a grouping, if you notice on the bottom of the screen. So I'm going to scroll down to C2. Oh, too low. Okay, C2 is here. Okay, this will be C2. I don't want to go up to C2. Go to B1. There we go. Okay, so now let's see, I wanted to use the same sample. Let's find a different note. Okay, I'm gonna take the number of key groups. I'm gonna take it up to 2. But for key group number 2, and you can also use this for drums as well. You can put drums in. But for key group number 2, I'm gonna start at C2. And that will be from C2 to C3. I think I passed it. C2 to C3. Maybe I should have done C3 to C4. Let's do C3 to C4. Wrong way. Actually, that is the way to go. Okay, so I'm going to place, forgot which sample this was. This is piano 8, D minor. Let me edit the sample really quick. Let me find something substantial. Let me go with that first note just to see if that'll work. This sample is like really emotional. Maybe I'll take both of those notes. Okay, we'll place that there and go back to the program section. So we have two separate samples, but they're in two separate key groups. So with this first sample, I'm not satisfied with the way that it sounds. So I'm gonna go back to key group 1 and I want to tune it up. I want to tune this sample up. Right? And then I'm gonna go to key group number 2. Hopefully I didn't erase what I just did. Okay, so key group number 2. Let me drop this to key group number 2. I want to bring this sample up as well. So, in essence, you guys can take these key groupings and use them as ways to group your samples out. But then you can also take these groupings and you can manipulate them to create tracks for MPC Essentials. Again, this is like the final series of MPC Essentials tutorials that I'll be doing. I moved up to MPC Studio 2.0. So go back and watch the sample edit video, and then you'll get an idea of what you can do with a lot of this stuff and inserts and whatnot. And I got more videos coming on MPC Essentials, but that was basically a really quick tutorial on key groups and key grouping. I would say that it's definitely possible for you guys to map out your drums with key groups, but at the same time, keep in mind that if you're chopping samples up, you definitely want to use the drum setting. And for individual samples that you want to put in the key group and map out, it's more for your tweakers. For me personally, I just use it for bending my 808s when I got a dope trap beat. I use it for if I have a really dope sample and I want to replay it. Yes. One of your more prominent producers that use key group and samples is before we even had software, is Easy Mo B. He made a lot of Tupac beats and Craig Mack, rest in peace, beats, and whatnot. And so yeah, anyways, key groups, that's how you use it. That's how you flip your sample in key groups. Let me check my chat section, see if anybody has any questions really quick before I log off. That's the business, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm almost at 3K subscribers. That's dope. Feel free to go to my main profile page, click on that donate link. Definitely helps to continue to keep bringing you this dope content. And yeah, I'm about this piece. This brother has been another dope Akai MPK Mini versus MPC Essentials tutorial. But I'm coming to the close with this particular software, so get what you can get while you can get it. All right, y'all, I'm done. I'm done. Done. Dun.